What it do is your boy King Chevy, one half of Mud Brothers Podcast. Another episode. This is a special one to me, man, because I know this person. I've been knowing her for a long time. We actually went to school together. You know what I'm saying? It's tax time, so I felt like it was only right that I bring somebody on. We talk some good credit game. Got my girl, Sherita Douglas Jackson in the building. Let's go.
All right, how you doing? Thanks for having me today.
Man.
I appreciate you having me on your show. I respect everything you're doing. I see you out here grinding and getting it. And so I am very happy and blessed to be on your show today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about, the credit game and real estate. I know it's tax season, so, I just really came on here to enlighten the people about, credit repair. Just really, my business is called Next Level Solutions. So, and I came up with that name because, we always talking about how, we're tired of this and we're tired of that. We want to go to the next level. So I felt like that was a fitting name for my business so I can help my people to elevate to their next level. And so the way that my program works is usually, so I'm all on social media. I have Facebook and I have Instagram. I have both business pages. There is a link to book a consultation. Some people book, some people just pick up the phone, call, inbox me or whatever. They want to know about the program. And so the way my program kind of works is, you reach out, I consult with you for about 30 minutes. Just kind of talk about, and that's another thing too. A lot of our people don't even know where they stand with credit. My first question I ask is, do you know your credit score? They don't even know.
So how do someone that's unfamiliar with knowing what their credit score is, what site, or would you just show them how to do it, or would you do it yourself, or both?
So if they don't know, I will usually send them a link, though. So you can always use Credit Karma. I'm not saying it's the most accurate, but it does give you, it's kind of close. It is a little delayed sometimes, but Credit Karma is always good. It's a free app. Also, you can go to Experian. There's a free app, too. Okay. Equifax is, too. So you can get all those 3 credit apps to check your credit, see what's on your credit, those type of things. And for those that don't, I just have them go create an account. And they send me the username and password, and I go in and look at myself and see what all they have. I go over their credit profile, and I kind of ask them some questions about different things like that. We come up with a price because my pricing is based on what you have. If you have like evictions, liens, judgments, those type of things, they cost the most because it is very hard to kind of get those things off. But, a lot of people have like repossessions, maybe some evictions, things like that. Some people just have collections, things old, maybe medical bills or, when they were, they may be 32 and they were 22 and, they just kind of made some bad decisions or they didn't know, and that's another thing. Like we wouldn't really talk a lot about credit and, things like that growing up. All we knew is my mama had bills to pay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Right. We got bills to pay right now. A lot of, now that we are the moms and the dads. So, we have our own bills and things like that. But just being aware of, where you stand.
What would be a bad credit score number? If you had to pick a number, because there's a lot of them out there. You can have a 500, you got 400, you can have a 650. You know what I'm saying? You can have a 750. You can have 800. So what would you say a bad credit score number is?
Any number that's if you're in the 4 or the 5s, that's bad. Mm-hmm. And really I say anything under 620, it's bad. 620 is not the best. I like to get my clients 700 or close to 700 as I can. I got some clients in the 800 credit club. But and again, in my program, there's 3 things that I ask for. And I tell people, I don't want your money if you're not going to do these 3 things. One, we're going to have to communicate with each other. All of my clients, shout out to all of my clients because all of them are very good at communicating. Mm-hmm. We have to communicate. We have to talk about. So if I'm sending letters off for you to get these things removed off your credit, then you have to let me know when you get responses back, things of that nature, so I can know what the next step needs to be.
Okay.
Number 2, you have to have some discipline, because in my program, it's not just about removing things from your credit. I'm actually going to show you how to rebuild your credit. Because I can remove, you have people that do credit sweeps and things like that. they do what they do. I don't do that because when you do a credit sweep, you're wiping away all of the good credit from the past, and that's your history, right? So you can't go get a home loan if you have no credit history. If you got all these new accounts and they're 6 months or a year old, they're not going to give you a loan because they're going to feel like, well, I don't know if you can truly pay me back or not, right? Yeah. So you want the good credit to stay on.
Yeah.
Whether it's 10 or 20 or 5 years old, you want it to stay on there, okay? So, educating on you how to rebuild that credit, teaching you things about utilization. If you have a credit card, and let's say you have a $500 limit, and then you're like, well, my credit score is low, and I don't have everything in collections, but my credit score is a 560. Okay, well, how much you owe on that card? Oh, well, the limit is $500. Oh, I owe $485. You at that limit. Yeah. So the higher you go to that limit, the more it's going to decrease those scores. You miss one payment, it can drop your score 75 to 100 points. And people don't realize that.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is very crazy. Yeah. I had somebody in my program, and I refreshed the scores, and their scores dropped tremendously. And that's because he was in a situation, though. Car was stolen. And so they were trying to work it out between the insurance company and the creditor. And he had a balance. And so he made a payment arrangement with the company to pay a certain amount. Well, they reported him late because he didn't pay the full amount. Yeah. Right? So it's about asking the right questions, too. Yeah. Right? Definitely. And so we worked so hard. Like, I had got his scores up 100 points in probably about 60 days, right? And so he was in that 600 club. Like, he had just got him approved for a platinum credit card, all those things. And so, that crushed him. But the good thing about having me or a credit specialist, someone that you can actually call, is that, hey, we're going to get this back on track. We just got to fix it, right? So we came up with a plan. We worked it together. He texted me yesterday, hey, I paid this off. I got this paid off. So, like, he busting his butt to make sure that those scores are going where they need to be. So that's the second thing, discipline. Without that discipline, he wasn't able to do that. Because a lot of people are like, man, forget that. I'm just going to take my money and do what I want to do with it. No, we got a goal to reach, right? You came to me with a goal. I'm going to stick with you with that goal. But when I see that, okay, we falling to the wayside a little bit, we got to pick that up and get those scores back up. Yeah. And so we back on track now. Hopefully when I refresh his scores, we back up.
Okay, so in that period where I think, and I don't know the exact terminology for it, like, I know every so often the scores go out there. Like, you can have a current score, and you can do something in the midst of that until the credit score rolls. I don't know the technical term for it. Let's just say every quarter, it shows it's like a refresh period or something like that. Is there a time frame with the refresh period, or?
So in my program, I refresh our scores about every 30 to 35 days.
Okay.
So it depends. A lot of bureaus, they send they refresh their stuff toward the end of either the end or the first of every month.
Okay.
So if it's time to refresh your scores, like I got somebody that's coming up on the 2nd, I think, and I'm not gonna refresh on the 2nd. I'm gonna wait till like the 7th because I'm gonna give it time to kick in of all the other stuff that needs to go in, right? And so hopefully, and again, my clients, they see anywhere from 20, 30 points, the first 30 days. And this is not, and I always say everybody's story is different, right? Because it depends on where you are. But again, that discipline. And the third thing is going to be a little temporary sacrifice. And so, I know we were talking a little bit before the show, and I'm going to say this. If you're not willing to sacrifice a little bit, so when you talk about rebuilding your credit, that means that you're going to have to get builder accounts. Yep. And these things like Kickoff, Kovo, Meet Ava, those type of things you're going to have to get to help rebuild that credit. So these things could cost anywhere from $5 to $20 a month, $30, whatever dollars a month. And I always tell people, be prepared. And I use a software in my program to how I look at your credit. That costs about $25, $26 a month. So just prepare to spend about an extra $60 or $70 a month. And I always ask people, are you in a position to do that? Because if you're not in the position to do that, I can't have you owing Kickoff itself, right?
Yeah, they creating another bill.
Yeah, and we're trying to rebuild the credit, then you owing the people that we're trying to rebuild the credit with, right? So that defeats the whole purpose. And you know, and I have had people, you know, like it just wasn't for them. Like they may sign up and they're like, I had life happens, some things happen, right? But I'm here to help you with that, to help you with whatever the goal is. And I always ask the two questions: what is your credit score? And the second question I ask is, what is your goal? Because everybody has different goals when they talk about it. I've had clients to tell me, I just want better financial stability. Like, I got kids, and I just need extra. Like, if I get in a tight bind, like, a lot of people live in paycheck to paycheck. Everybody doesn't have thousands of dollars saved up, right?
True.
And so, again, that's where taxes come in at, too. So, we're in tax season. I'm seeing $14,000, $12,000, $8,000, all these big refund checks. Yeah. And so, you know, people, I'm all for people doing what they want to do with your money. And I was talking to somebody the other day. So, a lot of people are trying to catch up. A lot of people are behind. They may be behind from Christmas. They just may have been struggling, right? Mm-hmm. And it could have been from things that they had control over or not, right? Sure. And so I think in this season, in 2024, we have to be more diligent in, you know, changing and putting ourselves in position. I've been doing a lot of lives, and I've been talking about putting yourself in position, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason why I say that is because you don't know what life is going to throw at you, right? You don't know. Like, we're getting older. Everybody getting older every day, right?
Every day.
And so you don't know what life is going to throw at you. You don't know, you know, God forbid, there could be an illness. You could get sick, an accident. Or on the good side of that, you may be doing well in your job and your career. They may call you and say, hey, you may live right here in Brownsville, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And they may call and say, hey, I got a position that's paying you, let's say you make $45,000 right now. Mm-hmm. And they call and say, hey, I got a job in Nashville that's going to pay you, you know, double, $90,000 a year. Yeah. Who wouldn't want to take that, right?
Yeah.
Right, but in order for you to get there, or Texas, or Florida, wherever it is,
those
right?
Expenses.
You gotta in a lot of places. Some people give you money to move. Some people give you, you know, moving expenses, and some people don't. Right? Okay, I got this job paying $90, but there's no relocation allowance. Right? Mm-hmm. Some people give you $3,000. Some people give you a sign on, whatever. But you don't get that money until you actually get there.
Yep.
So you have to have a place to live. You have to make sure you got transportation. You have to make sure, you know, your kids and everybody, there's money involved to get to that, whatever that goal is. So if you're in a bad spot credit-wise, because credit is going to be the only thing that's going to save you in that moment, right? You don't want to miss a blessing because you're not in position, right? You don't want to miss that salary that could change you and your family's life because you can't get approved for a place because you have bad credit.
Yeah, true. So how important is it to know your spouse credit score? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get intricate with this.
Okay, and I got a prime example. I had someone to reach out to me maybe about 4 weeks ago, about a month or so ago. He came to me and he wanted me to. He was referred to me by someone else, a family member. And he wanted me to, you know, I said, what's your goal? He said, well, I've been married for about such and such years. You know, me and my wife, I want to buy us a house. I said, okay, you know, asked him how much money he made. Because, again, I'm a real estate agent, too. So when we talk about credit and you talk about buying a house, I go all in the full detail because, you know, I want to make sure, you know, you make enough money, can get approved for a loan, how long you've been on your job. All those things matter, right? Because I can work on your credit, but then I hate to be on the other side of it and say, well, you can't get approved for a house because you only been on your job for 6 months, right? Yep. And so we're having this conversation, and I said, well, the money, he used to make more money. He's in a position now to where he got laid off during COVID at the good paying job, okay? He was making probably 40% more than what he's making now. Mm-hmm. So with the money that he told me he made, I said, well, what kind of house do you want? And he told me about the house that he wants, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, this house is going to cost you $275, $325 to $325 range. Because, you know, you like, if you like to live a certain way, which is fine, but it's going to cost money, right? So I said, well, with the salary that you make, it's going to take you and your wife's income to get approved for this house. So I would probably need to look at both of you guys' credit to make sure that she doesn't need work with her credit as well to get you guys pre-approved. He said, well, let me go back and talk to her and have this conversation. I say, okay. Well, he called me back the next day. She didn't want to show him her credit at all. I can't. This is a
red
true
flag.
story.
Red
I
flag
can't
on the
make
play.
this up. And in my head, I was like, that's not good. And I was like, so you guys have been married almost a decade.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't know, y'all don't know where you stand financially or credit wise. And so that's their business. Apparently it's something going on there, right? Yeah. Me, if I was a married woman, you know, all of that is full transparency. I don't want to walk into a marriage or a relationship, especially if I'm married, right? Yeah. You know, because we need to know where we stand in case something happens and I need to go get a loan, or it's something that whatever we need to know where we stand and who's going to be better fit. Is it me or is it you? Yeah. Right? Because marriage is a partnership. It's a team effort, right?
It should be.
It should be. But
it
should be. Yeah. So, and you know, it's very important. Is when you talk about, you know, credit in marriage. Like, this man wants to buy a house for his wife and his family, right? But he's meeting this barrier, this brick wall with the spouse, because she doesn't want to expose her credit to him, right? That's crazy. And so, for whatever the reasoning is. So it's really going to be, so it's like, okay, well, are you buying a house for y'all or are you buying a house for you at this point? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because if you know, in order to get what you want with the amount of money that you make, unless you have a large down payment and you got a large stash somewhere, you know, that's going to be very hard to get you approved for that amount with the amount of money. So it's going to take two. So it's very, very important. To, you know, when we talk about relationships and credit and things like that, of course, it is very important to be very transparent about those things. I personally would not want to walk into something that blindly. Yeah. I don't know what I'm walking into, because once you become married, that debt becomes mine too. Yeah,
you're supposed to be cards on the table. You know, all trust.
For
you know
real.
What I'm saying? What we doing if I can't trust you with my finance and you can't trust me, then what are we doing here?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this a recipe for failure.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, so again, you know, he contacted me again and he still wants to go through with it. I don't know what transpired with that. I didn't ask any questions. That's not my business.
I'm hoping for the latter.
All I'm here to do is help whoever wants to be helped.
So, yeah, so you help everyone, you know, of course, but from our community, how hard is it to get them to become disciplined, or to even educate themselves, or wanting to have that drive to educate themselves in this area? I really haven't found it to be very difficult in that area. I think the difficult part is the fact of them just not knowing, just not having the education. Usually when people call me and after that first conversation, they like, I'm ready to do this, because I'm kind of that coach and that motivator when it comes to that. Okay. You know, because at the end of the day, if you come to me, it's because you need some kind of help. It's because I like the people that's really tired of being tired, right? Okay. For real. Like, I've been going through this. My credit been bad for all these years. I can't never get nothing, or I'm paying $650 for a 2014 that I had to put $4,000 down on. And I bought it in 2018, and I'm still paying on it. Yeah, that's crazy.
And the transmission done went out.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. But it happens.
But that's serious. That's true. And I tell these people, you know, like, we talk a lot about tax, and everybody make the tax jokes and stuff like that. People do whatever they want to do. That's your money. Do what you want to do. What I'm telling you is, if you got people that want to start businesses, you got people that want to be entrepreneurs, you got people that just, you know, they want a new car, they want a new home, whatever the goal is that you're trying to do, you have to learn how to and understand money and how to utilize money and how to let money make you more money. Yeah, right? Yeah. But in order to make you more money, credit is going to be the way to help you make more money.
Credit is essential, man.
But people don't know they need credit till they need credit.
Yeah, unfortunately, that car, and what helps that car payment, mortgage, etc., is that credit score.
Absolutely.
So, and understanding interest rate as well. It's just a lot. Well, it's not a lot, but it's a lot. If you,
It is, but that's the whole, like, again, and that's why I love what I do, because I don't just say I fix your credit, because I'm big on the removal, the disputing process, but also the education, showing you, because I tell people, if you want to keep coming back to me and give me your money, then okay, that's fine. But the goal is for me to teach you this, for you to share this knowledge with somebody else, so they don't make those same mistakes.
Each
or
one
they
teach one.
That's right. Each one teach one. And so, you know, I made a post about this a while back about, getting your income tax return. If you want, and I don't know why everybody, when they get this money, they want to go buy a new car. Man, look, I've been driving the same car for 4 years. Man, I could have bought many cars cash. Listen, I'm good. My car run,
and I'm happy. It get you to A to B.
I'm gonna give me another one, because I'm gonna give it to my daughter. Right. But at the end of the day, once you get older and you realize what's more important for me is having annuities for my kids.
Yeah.
What's more important to me is making sure they got life insurance policies, making sure we got stocks. Like, I invest in stocks and those type of things, right? So, and I put these things, like, in my kids' name. Like, plan to give my son some vending machines. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. That's his money. So when he get old enough, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Same thing with my daughter. It's just, when you get older,
the wants and needs are different.
They change, right?
As they should change.
They should,
That small win with the car, I think some people that high of that small win, they don't, all year they'd probably been beat down by bills or whatever else, and that small
it's like a reward to themselves. Like, I've been working hard all year, I never do nothing for myself, all of this. But here's the thing too, when you got credit, you don't have to feel so defeated like that.
Yeah.
Because how many people say, man, it's funny, I was just on the phone when having a conversation in the car outside of your place, and the person said to me, I need a vacation. I'm tired of work. Tired of doing this.
Yeah.
I said, well, take a vacation. I got this going on. I got to do this. I got to do that. They got some stuff going on. Well, got their credit card. Right?
Swipe away.
Pay it later. Pay it away. Because I'm going to take me a trip. I'm going to take me, because we work hard, right? And we deserve to, at some point, have some time away from the kids, the family, whether it's with your significant other, whether it's with your friends, no matter where it's, you deserve
that day-to-day grind.
Exactly. Because it's tiresome, right? Yeah. After COVID, everything changed. So everybody is just worn out and tired. And it's nice to have that little nest egg that you can go and swipe and say, hey, I'm going to catch me a flight to California or to Miami or to Houston or wherever it is that you want to, wherever it is, a concert or whatever it is that you want to do, just to have some time for yourself. And this is the things that I'm talking about. I always tell people, cash, what is the saying that we say?
Cash is king.
Well, no, they say, money talk.
Oh, yeah, money talk.
Okay, money talk, but credit hold conversation.
It definitely does.
Okay. it hold a different kind. And I told you, and I teach people this too. And all of you that want to, go get a new car, that's fine. But take a few dollars, $100, okay? Get your credit fixed. I've had clients, and I can tell when I look at their report, this person get a car every 6 months. This person get a car every year. And the reason why I can tell is because they're inquiries. They go to a dealership, they walk in, and they let these people kill their credit, right? They go in, their credit score might be a 580, 585, 600 maybe, right? They go in the dealerships. Them people send your stuff to so many banks. I've seen a dealership. I've seen a dealership send a person's stuff 22 times in one session. Do you know what that does to your credit score? It kills your score. This is why I teach and preach on. This is why I teach and preach on. Educate on building relationships with banks. This is why I teach on educate not just credit, but showing you what banks to get bank accounts with, and aren't, have these relationships with. So when it's time for those scores to get in that 680, 700, 750 range, you can go get whatever you want from these banks, right? So when I get ready to purchase a car, all I do is call the bank or go online, fill out my app. Yeah. You know what they do? Hey, I want this car. The car may cost $30,000 with taxes and everything, right? The car may be, I don't know, I'll say, okay, I need a check for $35,000, right? Apply for it. They give it to me. Okay. So they overnight me a check to me in my name. No. Okay. I go to the dealership. Hey, I want to test drive this new Camry. Okay. Test drive the car. Oh, yeah, I like this car. Okay, well, come on, let's take you in the back. No, you ain't got to take me in the back.
Yeah.
You ain't got to take me in the back. You're not finna keep me in here for 4 hours just to see if what bank gonna give me some money. I already got some money.
Okay.
So, okay, well, we gonna send you to. No, I got a check right here. I got a $35,000 check. You need to make it happen. Well, with taxes and everything, it's gonna be with taxes and tag. It's gonna be $37.50. I got $35,000.
That's all right.
We need. Well, can you give us at least $1,000 down? I don't have no money down, but I got you a check right here, so you can take this check, or I can go across the street over here to the other dealership, and somebody gonna take this check.
They gonna fool with you.
They gonna make it happen.
Yeah. My homeboy just did that. We was talking about it. It's like, you don't have to deal with all that credit hit, and it's a lot.
You get your stuff checked one time, right?
Yep.
You already know where you stand.
Yep.
You get your stuff checked one time. You get a check mailed to you, right? You don't have to go through all the hustle and bustle. Matter of fact, I done started buying mine off Carvana.
And they drop it
Delivered to the house. Delivered to the house.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? You got 14 or 7 or 14 days or something to return. I don't know. Yeah. But, the thing about it is more so of just knowing those type of things, and this is some of the things that I teach and preach on, and that's because people just don't know. They do not know, or I'm going to be honest. A lot of our people don't even have real bank accounts.
Yeah, true. They got Cash App.
They got Chime, Cash App, those type of things. Yeah. And that's the thing, and that's about being responsible too. If you owing all these different banks and stuff like that, like, come on, y'all, we got to do better than that. We can't. We need these relationships to get ahead, right? And it's certain banks. I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody big on Navy Federal. You mess up with them, off with your head. You ain't coming back.
Yeah.
You ain't coming back.
We'll have a conversation about that too after we wrap too.
Yeah.
I got some stuff too. But
okay.
We'll talk about. Yeah. So how can they reach you?
So you can reach me. My phone number is out there. It's 901-486-2781. Call, text, DM me on social media. My business page is called Next Level Solutions. On Instagram, it's called Next.Level Solutions. So anywhere there's a booking app on there, you can just click on the link to book a consultation. And so you can reach me that way. Most people, they DM me or they text or they call me and say, hey, I saw you. Or most of the time it's through DM, or a lot of people, they book a consultation so we can schedule some time. I like the consultations because I too am busy. I have children. I'm a mother too. And I like to kind of schedule my time to where I can actually sit down and focus. I talk to people. Sometimes I'm up on the phone 9, 10 o'clock at night talking to clients because they DM me and we just start talking. And our conversation go from credit to life to kids and everything else.
Yeah.
Because I build relationships with people. Again, people be inviting me to their cookouts and all type of stuff, Yeah, because at the end of the day, I want to see you succeed. Yeah, of course, it's a cost associated with it. But at the end of the day, when they see what the program can do for them and how it changes their life, like I got a guy that's in my program that started in November, and man, he just bought a truck, 18-wheeler, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So it's so fulfilling to see people doing those type of things, and going after their dreams. Because again, I posted last night, I don't know if people saw my post, but a young lady came to me and she said she had been watching me. She was embarrassed to say something. She was kind of ashamed. And I was like, listen, don't ever be ashamed to get help, right? Don't ever be like, it's a no judgment zone here.
What's next? next? What you got coming next down the pipeline?
So I got a few things coming down the pipeline. So I mean, I know a lot of people that's been out here getting it. People like you, people like, I know people that I have sold homes to, just people that I see on social media, things like that, that's in business for themselves. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting together a mixer event. It's called Next Level Networking Mixer. So it's going to be a mixer for all entrepreneurs or people that's just whatever industry you're in, whether it's esthetician, whether it's you own a hair company, you a nail tech, you doing podcasts, you're in music, a culinary food, whatever it is, you're a caterer, whatever industry, that construction. I know people from my hometown to, everywhere collectively that I have met or know in some type of way that literally has gotten it out the mud.
Yeah, that's how we get
it. Gotten it out the mud, okay? And so I'm putting this event on for those people that have dreams or aspirations, or they may be new to entrepreneurship or wanting to start a business, don't really know where to start. It's just a way for you guys to mix and mingle into, give your handles off, give your IG handles, give your Facebook name, things like that, network with each other. You don't know who in that room that you may need or can work with that can help elevate you and put you to that next level of where you're trying to be. So that is coming in April. I'll sell about 65 tickets to that. And so hopefully, if it goes well and if there's more people that want to join, I'll put that event on again. But I'm working on an even more bigger event, hopefully for the month of July. And I want to do it's a seminar. It's going to be a seminar, and I want to have a panel of people, people that's been getting it out the mud, literally, that started from nothing. And I hope that you're going to be on my panel.
I'm pull up. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about me. Usually, the people that I support or help promote, I pull up at their events. I might shoot a clip. I do promotion. Like, I just be wanting to see everybody win and excel and whatever business they got going on. That's kind of the heart and soul of the brand. So that's how I built it. So, and I'm gonna continue. So I got you. You know what I'm saying? Just give me my ticket. You know what I'm saying, with the +1. I got you.
You and your +1, y'all come. This is gonna be more of a panelist kind of seminar kind of style. There will be my vision is to have a live band there, things like that. There will be, you'll be able to work the room. But the second one will be more like resources. So I plan on putting together packets for everyone, for you to have resources on how to get an EIN, on how to structure a business, different resources people that you can reach out to for different things. They got this new thing where you have to, now if you have a business, a LLC, you have to have a BOI report. So talking about those type of things, just different resources for people to have that's in business that could help elevate, or, how to use different, if you have people that work for you, need a payroll system, things like that, different payroll systems that you can use, just everything dope to do with business, how to, we're going to talk about things like how the fear factor, because it's a fear factor when you're going into business, especially if you're working a 9-to-5 and you want to be a full-time entrepreneur, right? There's a fear factor in, transitioning,
that jump, that leap,
it's a leap of faith, right? And it's a leap of faith that maybe only you can see. But we're gonna discuss some real things in this panel that hopefully can help a lot of people, and then we're gonna have some question times. People can ask questions and things like that. But it's going to be a panel discussion, and hopefully this one is going to be pretty big. I'm hoping to have at least about 200 participants that have come to this event. My vision for this is very big because I feel like it's needed in this community. I feel like, a lot of people feel like, well, they can't get anywhere because people hold on to information, or they don't want to share things and things like that. Gatekeeping, exactly. And man, it's a million people that fix credit. It's a million real estate agents out here.
It's definitely a lot
how many people got podcasts? You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that's doing the same thing that you're doing, but it's enough for all of us, right? And my blessing is mine, and can't nobody take that away from me, right? Same thing with you. I don't have to withhold information from you. I want to see you elevate. If you take it and run with it and go to the next, fine. Just don't forget me. Like, hey, shout me out a little bit.
We got you.
Right. But
Yeah.
but genuinely want to see you succeed, and not necessarily off of a monetization. Of course, we all have to make money, but just doing things.
It's more than that.
But it's
love.
deeper than that.
Yeah,
but when you
love.
learn how to network, and this is for the mixer, the first event is for people that's like kind of shy, don't necessarily like, I don't know what to do. I want to talk to this person, but I don't know what they gonna say. Like, you're gonna have people in this room that's been in business, new to be. Like, it's gonna be a lot of different people in this room that you're able to mix and mingle with, and to hold some conversations, and hopefully exchange phone numbers, and meet, greet, get together. Come up, maybe you guys can work together on some things, whatever it is that you're trying to do. So for the first event, the mixer, it's going to be a $50 ticket, and it comes with 2 complimentary glasses of wine, and then we'll do a champagne toast as well, because we are going to toast to 2024 and the big things that we're going to do, exactly, to the success that we're going to have in this year and beyond. And so there will be some light hors d'oeuvres there, things like that. It'll be about a 3-hour event. So, business casual, everybody come dressed, like you belong in that room.
Yeah.
Walk in there like you belong in there. There'll be a DJ. We'll have some fun. We're gonna do a little dance.
Okay.
We're gonna do a little dancing. We're gonna have a good time. But the gist of it is to, mix and mingle and be able to, make these connections and network with people so you can get to the next level.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of this. And my vision is really big. I won't share everything, but it is really big.
Yeah.
And there'll be even more to come after that. But those are the main 2, that's going to be coming for the spring and the summer.
Okay, well, you got support from the platform, and for everybody out there, come with business cards in hand. Just giving you
a QR code.
I just finished throw that
Yes.
QR code on the back of that card, or you can print it out. I'm just keeping it funky with you. You can print a QR code, put it in your phone case. You be like, scan me. You ain't gotta have. It's just so many different ways out there. You can get your voice out there, get your brand out there. You can make bracelets and hand out bracelets.
Make you a Linktree account. Put that
Yep.
QR code. Put it to a Linktree. That way, everything you have, it pops up. If you sell hair, if you do nails, if you own a trucking company, if you
All
are
of it.
anything
Yeah.
that you do, whatever that brand is, this is the time to start structuring those things. And I did a live last week. We were snowed in. I was like, "What are y'all doing today? What we working on today? Let's work on whatever the business is that you have, whether it's personal or whether it's business, whatever it is, write those goals down, And I saw something profound on TikTok. The girl said that she was in a room full of millionaires, and they were all talking about how they became millionaires. So they pretty much got it out the mud too, right?
Yeah.
Nobody handed them anything. And so they said that they broke it down to every quarter. So they put their goals, because people are like, oh, I want to do this by the end of the year, right? So no, now we're speaking in quarters.
Baby steps.
Yes. So if you do those in quarters, whatever the goals is in quarters, you'll be more successful. You'll be able to reach those goals faster. If you put it out to the end of the year, well, stuff happens between now and 9 months from now, right? I forget all about what I said I was going to do. But if I break it down into quarters, then I can hit those goals a lot faster. So breaking those things down, just do it every 90 days. Okay. So this way, I ain't got but 40 days to get this done. I need to get on top of this now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus waiting, 200 days.
Yeah.
So, just things like that. So again, I'm excited. I hope, I'm looking forward to seeing people at the mixer. I'm looking forward to all the great things to come. Thank you so much for having me on your
No
show.
problem. I got you.
Yeah, and real estate too. If you guys got real estate needs, I'm here for that as well. A lot of my credit clients, I want to buy houses, so we're hoping to have a lot of for sale signs going on, sold signs going on.
There you go.
This year we working really hard to reach those goals, and so again, I appreciate you for having me. Love what you got going on here.
I'm pushing. We're gonna talk some more behind the scenes. We're gonna
Yeah.
talk about some other stuff too. We'll be in talks because I want to do some things a little different this year. So we'll talk. We'll talk.
Gotcha.
We kind of started on it
Yeah.
a little bit before the episode, but we'll keep it going. I gotta tell you something else too. finish what I was telling you.
Okay.
We'll finish this after this episode. But yeah, I appreciate what you coming down actually, she's in the Memphis area, but she can help you out no matter where you at. She got you.
I got you.
Yeah. So
I got clients in Houston, Texas. I got clients in Philadelphia, in Florida, whether it's credit or housing. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm gonna get you where you need to be.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I appreciate you. I told you when you first came in, I was proud of you doing your move. Like I said, because I know you got it out the mud. So I definitely, I'm proud of you. So keep doing your thing, man. I'm watching you. I'm going to participate. I'm going to be there, you know what I mean? My +1, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Boo?
Hey, Boo. We want to see Boo, too. Tell Boo to bring her friends, too.
Yeah, I got you. So, yeah, man, it's been a good one. I appreciate you, like I said, coming through. Y'all reach out to her, man. Y'all can hit in the DM, email. You can hit me to get in contact with her if you need be. I got you, you know what I'm saying? She got you, I stamp it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all reach out, man. Again, man, it's been a solid one. I appreciate you coming by.